Hey guys, what's going on? Have you been on Instagram recently? You probably have. And you usually see people with super perfect photos, perfect faces, perfect teeth, all that. Everything is perfect on Instagram. So you know what I thought? I'm a photographer. I edit, I retouch pictures for a living. I want to tell you guys the things that I'm noticing and give you guys some tips on how to, what you can spot to see if a photo's edited or not. So we're going to be actually taking a look at Instagram Reality. It's a subreddit where people basically find pictures on the internet that are manipulated, retouched, perfect photos, and then they show you the reality of that photo and show you that even the person that is in the perfect picture doesn't even look like that. So it's just showcasing the reality. I've used some of the earliest versions of Photoshop at the age of 13, so I know quite a few things about the program and what it is capable of doing. So I'm going to go through, give you guys my opinions on this, photography related only. I'm not here to judge anybody or to roast anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. Look, I edit my pictures too. I retouch for a living. I do photography, so I'm not trying to act like I'm better than any other people who edit these. So it's just purely photography perspective and opinions. So let's get to the first one. So the first one is a photo of our girl J-Lo. You guys know I'm J-Co. People actually say I sound like her. Very few people say I look like her, but listen, that's a compliment. But it's a toss-up. People are usually like, no, you don't sound like her, or oh, you totally sound like her. So either way, it's a compliment. I mean, I love Jennifer Lopez. She is a goddess. Thank you guys. Things that I notice, yes, the image on the left is very much retouched. I mean, you can clearly see her eyes are popped out. You see this little separation here. You see how it goes dark and then really bright? That is because somebody used the dodge tool in Photoshop. Now, dodge is basically when you're brightening up something in a photo, so you can clearly see her eyes have been dodged. It sounds like dodgeball, but it's not. She didn't dodge anything, but the eyes, they just dodged. We call it dodge and burn. So dodging is when you're brightening, burning is when you are darkening somewhere in the photo. So we can clearly see this is not normal, a normal eye. It's clearly retouched, and then you can see the whites in her eyes are not even like a natural white. So her eyes were enhanced, definitely. There are no pores, hardly any texture in her face. You can see even here, see this line. Everybody has smile lines. Those were blurred out. You can even see the clear definition where right here we have a little bit of texture right under her nose, and then you can see the blurriness right here. So that's kind of where it starts. Things that you can kind of notice if you're looking for a retouched picture, if you're looking to see if somebody retouched it, the neck, sometimes people won't retouch their neck. So as you can see here, you see all that texture and the lines in her neck, and then compare it to right here, her chin area, and then again the cheek area. And also right here, we see a little bit of texture. So this area, ooh, you guys notice that? It looks like it was cloned. See these two right here? Somebody didn't get, you missed the spot. Right there. Kevin, are you retouching this for J-Lo, for our girl? Can you tell her I said hi? Over here, you can see a faint line of where, oh, that's way too close. So you can see a faint line of where the line used to be. And, I mean, real close. Zooming in here, you can see the distinction. See her hair. You see this line, the lines right near here. This is where her original texture, skin texture is. Even right here, you can see where the texture of her real face was, and then it was kind of blurred in. So whoever was retouching didn't really bother to just kind of blend that in. And you can see between her little hairs, that's her real skin texture right there. A lot of retouchers are not gonna go in and retouch like these little areas here. So that's kind of like a dead giveaway when somebody gets a little lazy. That's okay. I feel you guys. Sometimes I don't like retouching these small little areas, so I get you. Wow. Okay. All right, this one is a pretty good example of, okay, this was definitely just retouched. The lighting in this one seems pretty fair, even though the lighting is not exactly the same as the one on the left. You can clearly, obviously tell that it was retouched. This one looks like a professional retoucher had a hand in this one. And the left image is 1000% retouched. I mean, you can't see a single piece of texture on her face, not a single pore here. I'm sending the search party. No one can find anything. But I'm going to tell you something. This is a well retouched image. I mean, the retoucher on this deserves a raise. They did a great job. The hair, 1000%. They like clone stamped some of this. You can even see right here. I don't know, something about this area right here tells me that they clone stamped this. Her hair is looking too perfect. They probably like manipulated it or like put a section of hair in here. Wouldn't even be surprised. Her face looks like it was slimmed down. I don't really know about that. Like those kind of things I can't really tell in situations like this. I can't be like 100% sure, but I mean, look, the liquify tool was used in some of this, whether it was to make the hair bigger. I mean, look how perfect her hair looks in this. Not a single flyaway. I mean, look at this for comparison. Terrible. I'm literally like that lady in the Magic School Bus, Miss Frizzles, or what's her name? That's literally me. I see you forgot a flyaway here. I'm on to you. You see how this almost looks cut out? It looks too perfect. That's because it was. Somebody went in with a selection tool and cut this lady out and put her in another background. I don't even think this was the original background. They legit did a selection. They did something here because it's looking too perfect. I feel like this is like an investigation. I need to calm down. You see no under eyes. And notice how there's no lines on her neck either. Not a single line. Look at my neck. Literally. It's crease village in my neck, Creases left and right. And then you can see here, there you go. I mean, it's all in the right photo. You don't even see a line or crease in her shirt. It looks so perfect. Literally, if this was me, wrinkles everywhere. My mom would be like, what is this, Jessica? Why did you not steam this before you wore it? I've seen the controversy with Khloe Kardashian's retouch photos. Now, photography-wise, this is a great picture, okay? I'm looking at this purely as a photographer, as an artist. I really like the lighting. It was retouched really well. It's a nice, clean picture. It's very, very obvious that this was heavily retouched. You really don't see any lines, creasing, anything on her face. Lighting-wise, probably a giant softbox. Probably a reflector right underneath her to bounce back that light to fill in any shadows. So just think of like literally like a white mat board or anything to just bounce back that light, because you're not really seeing any shadows on her skin, really. I think, again, it was very well shot. You can kind of faintly see a shadow over here, which tells me that the softbox was probably like right above her head. Everything looks super perfect. There's no under eye circles here. There's no smile lines. Those are all gone. And then even in her eyes, you can kind of see it's just a very large light source. That's like the best way to take pictures because you look good in that type of light. Everybody looks good in that type of light. It's soft, it's pretty, and it's not emphasizing any certain lines on the face. But again, retouched. I mean, right here you can kind of see a little bit of blurriness right here. Maybe it was her face was pushed in. I don't know. I'm again speculating about image manipulation, and liquefying a picture is kind of hard without a real before and after. She definitely looks different. She looks different. There's, again, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's this, she looks the same exact way. She looks very, very different. Somebody could have just easily went in and changed her jaw shape and changed her entire face shape. So that's totally, totally possible. And like, is it out of the question? Absolutely not. This one. All right, let's zoom in, shall we? I mean, skin texture, where did she go? She left and she never came back home. Okay, look, I've retouched and edited my skin before too. Trust me, I've been breaking out recently. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, she shouldn't be editing her, whatever. Now the issue with this is when you are retouching in to the bridge area and you're touching that bridge area of your nose in photos, you're literally blending it into the rest of your skin. So there's no defined lines, defined shadows in your nose, which helps create the shape. That's why people contour, they're creating the shadows to kind of give the illusion of this is a new shape. This is the shape of my nose. It's skinnier, it's whatever. So when you are blending it in, you are getting rid of that shape completely, blending it in with skin, like this color of your skin, and it just doesn't even look right. And you can see even here like how she blended in her cheek. She smoothed this out so much it almost blends into her nostril right here. You guys can't even really see the line anymore that's defining the tip of her nose. If you really want to see what is retouch, what is not, I would say look at hairlines. The neck is a great thing because you can a lot of people again are just not going to retouch the neck. We all get lazy. We're like, oh no, it's going to pay attention. I pay attention. I have no life. Hairlines especially, people are just not going to retouch all the way up there. But it's like the first thing I noticed. This area right here, your temple, where you see the pixels and the original texture of the skin. The picture on the left, can I just say, it's such a nice image as a photographer. I'm just saying. I'm just appreciating the art. The lighting, the coloring. So pretty. So nice. Retouching on this one is trickier to see because I think the average person who doesn't retouch might look at this and be like, oh, this is like her original skin. We're seeing some texture. It's actually a process for retouching called dodge and burn, where you are basically, you're not, how do I explain this to like the average, to the non-photographer, non-retoucher? Dodge and burn is non-destructive editing, where you are basically just healing blemishes in the skin through the use of like brightening. So somebody literally went in and pixel by pixel, I'm talking about, see like every little tiny pixel, somebody would go in and like brighten this area. You see how this is dark? They would go in, brighten it up. They would literally go in right here. You see this little dark area? They would go in, brighten just this little area, go to the next one, brighten. So that when you zoom out, it's all even. People literally spend hours upon hours doing this. And that is why it looks so natural in this, because they are retaining the actual texture of the skin. It looks like real skin, except the color underneath is being, again, adjusted. And I hope I explained that well. Look it up, dodge and burn retouching. It's a very professional technique. I personally can't do it. It's very time consuming, but a lot of the professional beauty images you see on the biggest magazines like Vogue, Marie Claire, everything, they're all using dodge and burn. They send it out to a professional retoucher who sends back images just like this. Absolute perfection. No one would even tell that it even looks retouched, because it doesn't look like that blurry skin that we're used to seeing from the the mobile apps and Facetune. This is top-notch, top-tier professional retouching. You can even see here neck was super professionally retouched, because you know why? You can still see a little bit of that texture in some of those pores. So you would literally probably look at this and be like, oh no, nothing was done. Christmas morning for retouching right here. This is Christmas morning retouching. Whoever, a retoucher like this probably charging a pretty penny for a picture like this. You can even see the catch lights. It looks like there's quite a few things. Maybe there was a reflector. Maybe there was a V-flat to the left of her to bounce back that light. We have another main light right here. A pro tip also, if you want to see how a photo was taken, like the lighting, look into the model's eyes. And if you zoom in real close, you can kind of see the catch lights. So judging based on that highlight right there, again, we have a light source coming in kind of to the side of her face. I think she looks pretty in both pictures, to be honest with you. Even her naturally, she looks beautiful. I just think it was a very nice retouch. But those are just some things retouching, editing wise, you guys can look out for. So JLo's makeup artist posted a photo, and then somebody found the original. So we have this before and then the after photo. So the after photo, the makeup artist probably took it into Facetune because it looks like it's not professionally retouched. It looks like, again, somebody just smoothed out the skin. You can see right here under the eye, it looks blurry. A professional retouch, you would still see some of those pores. So definitely, if I were to put my money on this, somebody used Facetune or like a mobile app, something real quick. Oh, even the makeup was kind of saturated as well. Like, take a look at the lip color. The lip color, 1000% too, saturated. This makeup artist went over, saturated the makeup, made it more colorful. The blurriness on the nose bridge really gave it away for me. Like, that's the one thing I really look for when I'm paying attention to retouching is, like, when you're blurring the nose bridge, dead giveaway. I know what you did. You're caught, taking you to court, prosecution. I don't know. But we have to take it to the jury. They got to tell us what they think. But if it were me, I know what you did. She didn't touch the hair, though. The hair's unretouched. At least we have that, right? Let's quickly take a look at the image on the left. I mean, you can literally see not a single pixel, not a single pore on her face. Even the lipstick looks way too perfect. Lipstick most likely was edited. When you see lipstick that just looks super sharp, it's either a really good makeup artist, but most of the time people go into Photoshop, add another, like they use a brush tool and they kind of draw in the shape. You can do that. You can change the lipstick color. You can change the shape of your lips using the liquify tool. They can push out her lips using the warp tool. Here you can see the whites of her eyes, super white. There's really no distinction. There's not like that, you know, that little, I don't know what that area is right here in the eye, but it's all white, pure white right there. And then her eyes are dodged. They're brightened up so much. You can see so much detail right here. And you guys see right here in the middle, it looks like a little circle. It's like a white circle. It was the light source. Maybe it was a beauty dish. Maybe it was a softbox, but it looks like a circular light that was used for this photo. Very nice picture. I mean, you gotta appreciate good pictures as a photographer and artist only when I see them. But don't take these pictures at face value. Don't think, okay, like she looks like this all the time. People out here are not looking like themselves. And look at this is a reminder. This one right here, though. And I mean, we have the perfect lighting, flawless retouching on the face. That is retouching, you guys see. It may not look like retouching because it looks like she was caught off guard. Paparazzi photo. Paparazzi retouch their photos, you guys. They retouch their photos. So, you know, she's just caught off guard one day. This is definitely 100% retouched. You don't even see her under eye area. A really dead giveaway for a retouched photo is, do you see their under eyes? Maybe it's 8 hours of sleep, or maybe it's Photoshop. I don't see any dark circles under her eyes. I'm just saying. Low-key, I'm going to dye my hair like this. I'm literally going to copy her hairstyle. This does not look like a paparazzi photo. It looks like there's a giant light kind of above her. Unless someone was just holding a softbox. Because if you look right here, see that shadow under her chin? That's how you know there was a giant light source right above her. But it doesn't look like natural sun. If you look down here, you can see her shadow. It looks like a light was kind of maybe above her head, kind of right here. I don't know. I kind of want to say, this is like a tricky one. Was it a giant softbox or a flash? Or was it just sunlight? What do you guys think down below, all the photographers? This one I'm kind of intrigued by. Because it's disguised to look like just a regular paparazzi photo, but you guys know, like, celebrities set this stuff up. These kind of photo ops. I'm seeing right here the shadow. I'm paying attention to the shadows. If you want to see how something was shot, again, look at the highlights and then look at the person's shadow. Where's the shadow hitting on the ground, you know? Photo on the right. I mean, yeah, there's definitely a difference. Her body looks totally different in that one. So Like, would it be crazy to say like, oh, she pushed in her stomach, her waist, or no? I mean, she could totally do it. It looks like somebody came in and pushed this area in right here near her waist, and then that's what's causing this little area. But that's just my personal detective work and investigation. I could be wrong. Overall, I think she's pretty in both. I don't think that she needs to edit her pictures any certain way, to be honest with you. Overall, I think it's extremely important to be aware and to know how photos are retouched, how they're edited, lighting, angles, all of that. I truly hope that you guys took away something from this. So the next time you see a photo on Instagram that's looking a little bit too perfect, you take a moment and you're like, wait a second. No, I watched Jessica's video and she said, you know, right here, the hairline and there's no pixels here. I know what's going on. I know what's up. So you're not comparing yourself to unrealistic images that have been heavily edited and altered on Instagram or on social media in general. So yeah, that was pretty much what I just wanted to go through and tell you guys through the perspective of a photographer and photo editor what I think of stuff like this. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.